Hello, and welcome to Critical Environment Technologies video tutorial series, YESAIR Calibration. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to calibrate the temperature sensor, RH sensor, and gas sensors in the YESAIR using the YESAIR utility software. Calibration should always be performed by a trained and experienced technician. Temperature and RH sensors must be calibrated using a special chamber and cannot be calibrated in the field. Only gas sensors can be field calibrated. To begin the calibration procedure, you will need the YESAIR utility software installed on your computer, a humidity and temperature chamber, a calibration kit, a zero gas cylinder and span gases for each type of gas being calibrated, and if you are calibrating carbon dioxide, 3 span gas concentrations are required. We recommend concentrations of 1,000, 2,000, and 4,000 ppm. And you will also need the correct calibration tubing for the model of YESAIR you are calibrating. The tubing is slightly different for the diffusion model and the pump model. Please refer to page 33 of the manual for more information. The first step of the calibration procedure is to place the YESAIR inside the chamber and connect it to a computer using the USB cable provided. If you want to calibrate multiple devices, place the units in the chamber and connect them to the computer with a USB hub and connect the power adapters to a power bar. Set the RH to 30% and the temperature to 25 degrees Celsius and let the device stabilize for 20 minutes. Step 2 is to run the YESAIR utility program to synchronize the clock on the device with your computer and calibrate the temperature setting. When you open the software, click on the green arrow at the top left corner. It will search for all the devices and show a window for each with the serial number at the top. We are calibrating only one device in this tutorial. Click on the Summary tab and then on Read Time and Date. When the time and date populate, click on Synchronize Time and Date. Then click on the Temp RH Cal tab and click on Manual Input. Enter 25 in the temperature in Celsius box and then click on Synchronize Temperature. A message will appear stating Temperature Adjustment Complete. Click on OK. In step 3, we perform a 2-level, low and high, relative humidity calibration. Click on the Sensors tab and look for the 30% humidity reading under the AD column. Make a note of this number. Go to the chamber and increase the humidity level to 80%. Wait 20 minutes for the device to stabilize. Go back to the computer and make a note of the 80% humidity reading under the AD column. Click on the Temp RH Cal tab and enter the 2 AD values you noted. Click on Update RH Calibration. A message will appear stating RH Adjustment Complete. Click on OK. The last step is to calibrate each gas sensor. In this example, we will go through carbon monoxide, oxygen, and carbon dioxide null and span calibration procedures. Make sure you have the correct tubing for the type of YESAIR you are calibrating. Please refer to page 33 of the manual for more information. To calibrate the null and span for carbon monoxide, attach a cylinder of gas. In this example, we are using nitrogen, and flow the gas. On your computer, click on the green square beside the CO under the Sensors tab and column. The square color changes to blue. Here is a tip. If you want to zero multiple sensors at a time, click on the corresponding green square for each sensor to turn it blue and follow the null calibration procedure I will discuss in a moment. Please note, you cannot null calibrate combustible sensors with nitrogen. You must use a zero air cylinder. It is also important to remember to turn the squares back to green for all but the one sensor you are calibrating the span for. Otherwise, the span calibration will not be successful. To change the square back to green, click on it when it is blue. Continuing with our tutorial, I will only be showing the null calibration procedure for one sensor at a time. With the square beside the CO turned to blue, click on 0. The status will progress, and in about a minute the message, "The 0 values were updated successfully," appears. Click on OK. The YESAIR CO sensor range is 0 to 50 ppm. Therefore, we will use 25 ppm concentration to do the CO span calibration. Attach the span gas cylinder of CO and flow the gas. Back at the computer, make sure the square next to the CO is blue. Enter 25 in the ppm field and click on span. The status will progress until the message, "The span value was updated successfully," appears. Click on OK and remove the span gas cylinder. Before doing the null and span calibration for oxygen, make sure you have changed the square beside the CO back to green and click to change the square beside oxygen to blue. Start the flow of nitrogen and click on 0. In about 1 minute, the message, "The 0 values were updated successfully," will appear. Click on OK. Remove the nitrogen cylinder. Enter 20.9 in the percent field and click on span. For oxygen, we calibrate with normal air. Click OK when the message, "The span value was updated successfully," appears. The carbon dioxide null and span calibration procedure is a little more involved. You will be calibrating with 3 different CO2 ppm gas concentrations, setting 3 span values. Make sure you have changed the square beside the oxygen back to green and turned the CO2 square to blue. To start the null calibration, attach the cylinder of nitrogen and flow the gas. Click on 0. In about 1 minute, the message, "The 0 values were updated successfully," will appear. Click on OK. Remove the nitrogen cylinder and attach the CO2 cylinder of 1000 ppm concentration and flow the gas. Either enter or replace whatever value is in the ppm field with 1000 and click on span. After a minute, the message, "The first span value was updated successfully," will appear. Click on OK. Change the CO2 cylinder to the 2000 ppm concentration and flow the gas. Enter 2000 in the ppm field and click span. When the message, "The second span value was updated successfully," appears, click on OK. Change the CO2 cylinder to the 4000 ppm concentration and continue the same steps to complete the span calibration for CO2. The last date each sensor was calibrated is listed on the Summary tab. This completes the YESAIR calibration tutorial. For more information about the YESAIR or any of our products, visit our website at critical-environment.com or give us a call at 1-877-940-8741 to speak to one of our expert service technicians, sign up to attend our training course, or participate in our live webinars. Thanks for watching.